Hi there guys, welcome again to this game development video. So before I start explaining the code, let me show you what I added. Lots of things have been updated in the code. First I created this map creator where you can create a file. I just select one now. I just click the map creator and you will see the design here. So I have this pointer over here, and the pointer allows me to set a number of things like placing bricks or grass block, water block if you would like to have some decent water effects. It's not that decent, but it's okay, I guess. Yeah, you can set the player with a stupid enemy instead or place a health box. These are the items now. The items are no longer just boxes, it depends. Now you can put dynamite boxes as well, and you can distinguish these from shoe boxes. Okay. Also, you can place, if you would like to, follow tree, as you can see here. Yeah. So you can also save or load the your design. So let me show you also what happens in the game now. So I can select the map and render the map view. Okay, so this is our character here, and since I did set the audio to appear from the external speaker, you won't hear the sound, but basically, let me show you this. So we have this dynamite sticks, okay. If you move in a direction and press space, you can throw a dynamite stick and there's an explosion sound. Let me try something here. Okay, so check this. Okay, and my character got hit by the dynamite stick. So you can see here, yeah. So these are the effects of the dynamite, and you can hit yourself or hit the others with dynamite. Okay, so let me show you the code now. I'm gonna click here. And I want to and there we go. Okay, so sorry, where should I start? Okay, let's start from the basic feature type, or maybe the map. In the map I added a number of blocks. Here I added the water block, rock block, grass, and these others. Okay, the water block has special treatment. Anyway, let me show you the loading part. This one, this is where the loading happens. So here you are loading the blocks and add them to a list. I changed this a little bit, so now we have a list, and the list contains the images to be rendered. As for the water block, I created 16 different tiles having presenting the motion, and I'm loading all of these. Okay, now if you look at it, it's gonna look a little bit messy. Wait a minute, where's that? So you can see this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. I created a code that will load just one block and create all the motion, all the other 16. But the problem, if you are using DirectX driver, there's some kind of bug that causes the program to crash. Since it didn't turn out well, so I decided to use it this way, which is not convenient. I don't know why. I guess the library, again, library is not being updated anymore, so I can't recommend it. Also, I can't find good documentation for it. Anyway, I got this. So we have these. Now, when you want to render the map, okay, so here, okay, we have this line of code. It's dimension number. You are getting the tick count, divide this by 1000. Sorry, modulus 1000. This will get you a value from 0 and 999. Divide this by 1000. It will get you a value between 0 and 1. Multiply this by 15, and it will give you a frame number, or the frame number of the water motion based on time. And then you will set a third break shape to the correct water motion block. Okay, so this way you can change the water block and give this effect. Okay. Also, another thing is that we have a special kind of block. It's called not rendered. And what I did is that I'm checking to see the game map block. If it's not a not rendered block, then render that block. Now this is needed in case you are rendering a tree or something like that, because it occupies one block and the other blocks will override it. So you want the rest of the blocks not being rendered, so that it does not overwrite your tree. Yeah. Also, I created a save map, and saving the map is easy. You pass the main character, the enemy list, and the box list. And what the subroutine does sorry about that. What the subroutine does, it's gonna write the dimensions of the map, it's gonna write the blocks within the map, it's gonna write the enemy information. Okay, I won't explain this in detail because it's very straightforward. It's gonna write the box information. Same goes for loading map. Okay, for loading map, it's gonna work the same way. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so this is all about the map part. Now let's go to the basic creature part. Now what happens in basic creature? I've added something here which is stepped in water. This will indicate that your character walked in water. So what happens now when you update the location? It's gonna check if the character previously in the previous update it stepped in water. If it didn't step in water, then change its coordinates the standard way. Otherwise, what happens to you when you are walking in water? It's a little bit hard for you to walk, right? You became slower. So what we did here is simply dividing the acceleration by 3. It means your speed will be third of that what was originally. Okay, so this is pretty much all you need to do. Also, you need to add a few lines of code. So here I added this part. We are checking if you are stepping in water, checking the blocks you are moving on. So if you are stepping in water, the flag is being set. So the next update will see that there is a slow motion. Your character is moving slowly. Okay, this is pretty much it. I don't believe you need anything more about the base creature. Okay, let's get to the other thing here. The other thing, which is the Dynamite. Okay, so here I created a class called Editor+Dynamite, and it is actually inherited from base creature, which means it has the same. It's being affected, or the Dynamite sticks is being affected by the same rules of any other creature. So, what do we have here? I created this Dynamite mode, and this one could be either Dynamite still ignited or Dynamite exploding. Okay, because so when it's ignited, no one will get affected. There's no particles being thrown away in every direction. Okay, we have this exploding counter. When the dynamite explodes, this counter will wait for a while, keep the explosion particles displayed for a while before they disappear. Exploded will be used to tell the main loop that an explosion just happened, so in that case you should check for collision detection and stuff like that. The pixel list X, pixel list Y are used to store the coordinates of the particles when explosion happens. These store the speed of the particles in each direction when the explosion happens. This one is used to store the color of the exploding a single exploding particle. Okay, so when you create a new object, you are gonna specify the X, the Y of the dynamite stick, the direction, and the X and Y coordinates. This one usually is negative. We're gonna see that. Okay. Now you are setting the dynamite to being ignited. The rest is the same, and you are loading the dynamite sprite. Okay. Let's go to the update part. Now, if the dynamite is not rendered anymore, just exit the subroutine. If the dynamite is standing, if it is not standing, it means it is still in the air. You throw it and it is still in the air. In that case, update its location and it's the subroutine. Finally, if the dynamite is still being ignited, and you get here, it means it landed on something, because this part didn't get executed. In that case, you should not make it affected by gravity anymore, because you want its location to be stationary in this case. You change the state to be exploding, and you create the XY coordinates of the particles, the acceleration for the particles, and also the color for each particle, and set the exploded flag. It's a subroutine. Yeah. Otherwise, if you reach this part, it means the dynamite stick is exploding, so you need to decrease the exploding counter. When it reaches to 0, you set the render state to false. Okay. This one is used to render the explosion or the dynamite stick itself. So if it is render and the mode is dynamite still ignited, just render the creature. Otherwise, perform a for loop, update the XY coordinates for each particle, and then render the particles. Okay, this is pretty much all about the dynamite stick. Okay, let's get to which part? Yeah. Before I go to the general operation, which is the most the one having the most changes, is go to box. I don't know if I explained that or not. The box class is the same, except that I added the dynamite one, and I changed the way it renders the information. So it's going to change the sprite based on the type of the item for a box. Okay, finally, let's go to the general operations. So what did I do here? This is simple. Okay, so I added 2 buffers. It's the dynamite sound and the explosion sound, and yeah, also I added a dynamite list. This is gonna store the list of dynamite sticks being thrown in the air, and I put these out here because I want to access them from any other place. Okay. What also do we have? Here we are loading the initialized sound. Here we are loading the sounds for dynamite explosion, stuff like that. Now the rendering subroutine is simple. If any of these lists is not set, then set it. It's as simple as that. Maybe I need to put this one here. Okay, that's it, just for instance. Okay, set the timers. Now this one is used to lock the space bar because space bar is being used to throw a dynamite stick. Yeah, and then the loop starts. You are updating the location, and check this out. You are looping on the dynamite list and updating the location the same way like any other control. And now you are going to check the collision with the enemy. Not much to that. Now check the dynamite explosion. This is very simple. If E is exploded, if the dynamite stick is exploded, stop the explosion flag so that you don't keep decreasing the health of your character infinitely. You're playing the explosion sound. You check that your character is not colliding with the dynamite stick. If it does, then reduce your HP. Okay, and play the hurt sound. Yeah. Let me see. And music character dot is affected. Oh, unaffected equal 100. Oh, sorry. Let me see. So here, unaffected user character dot unaffected equal 100. Okay, so this will give me time to recover or something like that, right? Okay, so yeah. Okay, reduce HP. Okay, okay, checking the character's dead, so suppose that, and also you are checking if any enemy is affected by the explosion, colliding with the explosion. You just remove it right away. This one needs to be updated to provide some kind of animation. Some enemies should have some HP of their own, so this will be updated later on. Also, we are checking collision with the box. This is the same except that we added the dynamite box. When there is collision with dynamite, I added a property called dynamite count to our character. You just increase this by 3. Okay, and after rendering the map, let's see, what do we have? You are gonna render the box under the character. Register, and now render enemies, and here render boxes, and render dynamite. Okay, so rendering dynamite is a little bit different. So if the dynamite stick is rendered, then render the creature. Otherwise, just remove it from the lists. That's it. Okay, the reason I'm doing this because you don't want to keep these objects in memory, so you want to remove them. Also, rendering status being updated, it receives the dynamite count. It's gonna display that. You can check the code for rendering status. Very easy, straightforward. Okay, now I added this code. This is the spacebar code. When you press space, if the spacebar is not locked, this flag will indicate that you are not continuously pressing the space. It is going, and if you have a dynamite stick, you are going to lose one, and you create a new dynamite object. The X and Y location are the same X, Y location of your character. However, the acceleration, the X-axis, is 10% more than of yours, and the Y is in the -2, so that you are throwing it upwards. Okay, and you add it to the dynamite list. Okay, okay, sorry about the interrupt. Okay, so yeah, so after creating the dynamite object, you add it to the dynamite list so that it will be processed. Okay, this is all. These are the changes made to the to our code. Now, for the editor itself, it's easy and straightforward. It's the same code of the main rendered subroutine, except that I removed the update locations, collision detection here, and added few lines of code here to display the status. You can see these. Okay, these display the status. And then I added these simple if statements. If the keyword is D1, in that case, set the map location for the IX, IY, div 16 because each block is 16 pixel. Okay, so you put an empty block or black or classic block, water, etc. And set the clear item. The clear item is needed in order to remove the characters and enemies and boxes because they have different treatment. This one is used to set the tree in the map because it requires a different processing. This one is used for saving, just called the save subroutine in the map module. This was for loading. And here this was to make your application sleep few seconds so that it's not super fast and you don't know what's happening. Just in case. Here this one is used to clear any of the players or enemies or user characters if needed. Okay, and now we are drawing the pointer and yeah. These are the arrows up, down, right, left, setting the player, adding stupid enemy, adding persistent enemy, add health kit box, add dynamite box, add shoe box, and this is pretty much it. This is pretty much the code. If you would like to, although I don't think you need to, if you click the map creator, you can see the code used to run everything, to initialize the 2D, initialize the window, initialize the sounds, and if the text box is empty, you're gonna ask the user for the dimension of the map to create, and you create the map and create brick shapes and so on. Otherwise, you're gonna load the map formation and start the rendering subroutine. Same goes for the others. It's very straightforward. Don't think it's very difficult. Okay, so let me show you. I guess you could hear the sound. Okay. So I'm gonna open this one, and I'm going to disconnect this and test it with window mode. Okay. I guess now you'll be able to hear a few explosions. Okay. Okay. You can see dynamite. Okay. So I'm gonna throw. Okay, you hear that? Okay. So now so I have these are boxes full of dynamite, and I'm gonna throw these. Okay. Okay. So now I'm gonna try to throw all of these on the enemy. Okay. Okay, and you can see here. Okay. So check this out. Check the speed of the dynamite sticks when it goes to enter. It's a little bit slower, as you can see. Okay. Okay. So these are the effects of these small modifications on the code. Okay. And now lots of dynamite this guy, and they are dead now. Finally, in my game, I am able to kill my enemies. They used to kill me for, I think, 8 different tutorials. Okay, so okay, now I'm gonna close this out. Okay, as you can see. Okay, now this is the first aid kit. There we go. Okay, getting some help. So yeah, so I hope this video explains what updates to the game that I've made, what these updates are, and I hope you will find this useful. If you would like to download the source code, you can check out the website mka-soft.com. Also, if you'd like to, you can contribute to the project by suggesting idea or updating the code, or well, I don't know. If you have any idea to contribute, that would be great. Finally, send your emails to notes@mka-soft.com. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.